these are tough times for parents and students, especially college students. Both my niece and nephew are in college right now, and there's been so much talk and debate about, should students take a gap year? Should they not take a gap year? If you're going to be remote, or not, or in-person learning, so many things for so many parents and their students to try to navigate right now as we are a year into this pandemic. But fingers crossed, by the time fall rolls around, we'll be able to get back to some type of normal in our lives. And to talk a little bit more, let's bring in Dawn Aubry. She is the VP for Enrollment Management at Oakland University. Dawn, great to have you with us.
Good morning. So excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
So how are things on the campus right now?
Things are going really, really well. We're doing everything we can to ensure a safe return to campus and to residents' life this fall. So our team is busily preparing to make sure that we have everything in place so students can have as close to normal of experience as they would like to have. And of course, for us on campus, our faculty and staff are really excited. And as many of you might know, we've actually been holding vaccination clinics for free for faculty, staff, and students to help them prepare to be more safe and be ready to engage in both classes and activities.
So much is being done to navigate the virus and to keep people safe. Did you guys have a spring break this year?
We did. And, we, I think, did everything we can to keep things safe. Our spring break was in February, so it's a little different from most of the Michigan public universities. And fortunately for us, there wasn't a lot of spikes at that time, but we did return, and folks did return online first to help accommodate that. So I think we were really prepared to make sure that we could have a safe return. And I think maybe if you recall talking to us earlier, most of our classes were already being offered online. We had very few in person for the winter semester.
So as we go into the summer months, I know there is a lot of focus into the fall, and many colleges and universities are going to require their students be vaccinated. Is Oakland University taking that same route?
Well, we actually just announced last week that we are going to require vaccinations for students who choose to live in the residence halls. So only about 20% of our students do choose to live on campus. We don't require it, where I'm sure you've seen many universities in Michigan do require certain populations to live on campus, where Oakland does offer that choice. And of course, we respect that there are families that might have religious or medical reasons, and we have a process. So folks can go to our Dean of Students office and share with them if they have a medical or religious reason, which would prohibit them from participating in vaccination. So I feel like we're doing everything we can to keep it safe, and I think we're being very responsible.
We're talking with Dawn Aubry. She's the VP for Enrollment Management at Oakland University. And Dawn, how are enrollment numbers looking right now? Are they up, down, flat?
Sure. Well, I think as we talk with our peers, I think we all are just very anxious to see how it will play out. So many campuses experience declines in application, and Oakland was one of them. However, in our yield activity, in the activities where we have students participate in signing up for orientation, things are looking much stronger this fall compared to last fall. So we're very, very positive. Official enrollment really can't be shared at this time because most of our students haven't attended an orientation. So for example, our freshmen and our transfers, most of them will be attending orientation in late May through August. So that will always help us have a better enrollment picture. But with our current students, we are seeing great registration activity for them. And I'm excited. I think as we start to see the numbers to come down, which of course we just saw a spike, I think families will be more prepared to make their decision as vaccinations are rolling out and they're going to see the data. I do believe folks will make a decision. So we've had to be very flexible with our whole process. And I'm sure you'll see from many universities, but Oakland has taken the lead in offering opportunities for families to take time and to make a great decision. And we're helping them do that in a variety of ways.
So, Dawn, we know that a part of the process for so many students to decide which college they go to is that popular on-campus visit. Did those take place?
They did. And honestly, most of them were virtually this year. There was a time where we were able to offer in-person tours in August to November. We were able to give very small campus visit tours. But most of our activity has been done virtually, and it's been very successful. We've had strong attendance, lots of engagement from our new admitted students and families. And we're still doing those. And I honestly think that even when things return to normal, we'll still offer many sessions virtually for families that have found that to be a great way to engage with us when they maybe can't get to campus. But we're looking forward to offering in-person tours again when it's safe to do so.
So what does the thought process in the fall when it comes to athletics?
Well, I think one of the things is we'd love to return to having spectators back on the fields and in the stands again. And we're doing everything we can to make that possible. And clearly, encouraging folks to get vaccinated is one of the ways, and still wearing masks and, having some social distance. We're very serious about following the guidelines that have been provided to us. And I think our athletic department has been outstanding in trying to minimize, risk to their athletes and to our spectators. They're already talking about what they could do to make that happen. So we also work closely with the NCAA as well. So I'm feeling confident that we'll have great plans in place to make everyone feel safe.
Yeah, because Grizz wants to get out and cheer for the team.
Absolutely. He's excited. You can see I brought him here with me today, but he's absolutely excited. He's also excited to talk about the chatbot that we just implemented to help folks find out information about Oakland University and help them in making their decision to attend OU. So
tell us more about that.
Absolutely. Well, we have a brand new chatbot, and it's featured at our website, oakland.edu/future students. And basically, you can ask Grizz general questions about Oakland University's admissions, the registration process, and even financial aid. And it's one of many ways that students can interact with us and ask questions in order to get immediate responses. And it's also a great way for folks if they want to interact actually any time of the day when staff might not be available. And if Grizz can't answer the question, our GrizzBot will have our staff follow up with the student via email or with a phone call. We can also share helpful links to resources throughout the university. So we're excited, and he's always learning new information, and we're going to continue to improve our responses over time. And it really learns the most common questions from students and families. So we encourage everyone to ask Grizz, and he will definitely prepare you to find out what is amazing about Oakland.
Grizz is one smart bear.
Definitely. He's
sorry, I had to throw that in. Hey, we're talking with Dawn Aubry. She is the VP for Enrollment Management over at Oakland University, and you had brought up financial aid. So many families are struggling right now due to the pandemic. Are you offering additional financial aid? And what about students who maybe started and then their families' finances have changed throughout this crisis?
Absolutely. One of the things that Oakland is deeply committed to is supporting our students through to graduation, and financial aid is a critical component of ensuring students will have student success and actually graduate from Oakland. And one of the ways that we're committed is to making sure we have need-based aid. And of course, we have merit-based aid as well. But we decided during COVID to really up our game with our emergency grants, both from the institutional perspective. And then, of course, we've been provided with federal aid and did an outstanding job getting the emergency funds into the hands of our current students. So as new students come in, we are assessing their financial situation when they fill out the FAFSA, and we're able to determine, what need level they have. And the university has something called the Golden Grizzly Guarantee, which allows many students who have a lower EFC, $8,000 or less, to attend Oakland, pretty much loan free. So that has been very critical to supporting families. We also have need-based aid for transfer students as well. And current students, at any time, if there's a change in their financial situation, we have an unusual circumstances process that they can reach out to a financial aid advisor, and they will help them look at their situation and hopefully be able to adjust and secure them more resources. And then we have generous donors who have been really stepping up and helping us in a variety of awards and grants. So it's been an amazing opportunity for people to give back and support our students. And I do believe that that will continue this year and beyond.
So we know that there are scholarships and grants out there. They can take some time, though, to go through the application process. What advice do you have for students?
Sure. Well, at Oakland, it's pretty simple because when they're coming in as a new student, most of our need-based aid awards and our merit are automatic. So it's at the time that they apply, so they don't have to fill out a lot of applications. And we've also now, for new students and returning students, we have a new scholarship tool where they can actually fill out one application and fill out sometimes different questions for certain awards, but it's much more streamlined to simplify it for them. And of course, we do encourage students to look at their community-based organizations. Sometimes they're religious organizations. If their parents are affiliated with other groups or military organizations, there are additional awards that they can secure. And that does require some time filling out applications, answering questions. But, to me, it's worth it. If you can secure several $1,000s, that will help you, support your education and prevent you from taking out a lot of loans. It's definitely worth it. But we have folks on staff that will help coach them and show them some strategies, teach them some strategies on how to do that effectively.
Yeah, because, there is talk right now in D.C. about trying to come up with some way to relieve students of some of their debt because college is so expensive right now. So, and students need to be responsible when they are going to college because, if you're getting out and you're going into an industry where maybe your second job, you're only going to make 20-something thousand. You don't want to be sitting on $80,000, $90,000 worth of school debt. So be responsible when you're, trying to get these loans.
Definitely. That is something Oakland, we're very committed to educating our students to make sure they're not taking out unnecessary loans. Oakland's average debt is much lower than most of the Michigan publics and definitely much lower than the national average. And we like to keep it that way. And part of it is trying to educate students and families about what they should do and looking at their major and thinking about what is the salary you'll be making when you graduate and how are you going to make your payments. So those are all important things. But looking, long term, right? What is the cost going to be? And letting them know this is an investment, but it's one that, will pay off, but they do need to make plans. And sometimes you have to make some sacrifices, right? And make choices about what you choose to spend or invest your money in while you're going to college. And some folks, that can be challenging, right? We want immediate gratification. But I think, the college degree for most individuals, right, it gives you many more opportunities. It gives you many more options in life once you achieve that. But you do have to be aware that it will take investment in time to achieve those goals.
Do you anticipate in another year or two you're going to have an influx of transfer students due to, the program that's going on right now where the state is offering free community college to certain individuals here in Michigan?
Well, we are definitely seeing very positive signs of increased transfer students through the Frontliners program and through Michigan Reconnect. We've had many students already inquire about transferring to Oakland once they've completed their community college experience. So once they've earned their associate's degree. So we already have students this summer and next fall that want to transition to Oakland. And as you know, I think we talked at MegaCast maybe about a month or so ago about our Frontliners Award. So that is definitely helping us. We're so excited that students are able to attend community college for free, and that way hopefully save that money to help finish and complete their bachelor's degree at OU. We've always been an institution that's been very transfer friendly, and I can tell you right now, things are looking good for summer and for fall. It looks like a lot of students are making the choice to come to Oakland, and I do believe that we're going to see that pick up as things return to normal.
So, Dawn, just another minute or so left with you here on the MegaCast. Some parents are wondering if their child is taking remote classes and they're living at home, why should they pay out-of-state tuition fees?
Sure. Well, what's great
I'm sure
about
you get that
Oakland
question all the time right now, right?
I do. So out-of-state fees for us don't exist. We actually do in-state tuition for out-of-state students. So it's one of the great things about Oakland is that we do have a non-resident award for out-of-state students. So we charge one price for our classes, whether they're online or in person as well. We just have some variable pricing based on some of their course studies. So certain academic subjects, you're going to pay a higher rate for. In the upper class, the upper level courses, students' tuition does vary. But in terms of online, or if they're an out-of-state student, a domestic resident, they're going to pay the same tuition rate at OU. That is one of our commitments. And we've been able to do that because of our generous donors and the way that we've been able to set our budget. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, see, you learn something new all the time. With that, Dawn, speaking of that, anything maybe I didn't touch on that you want to add before we say goodbye today?
Well, I just, again, want to appreciate the time today with everybody and just encourage folks that, if you have any questions about OU, we're always happy to help. The admissions team is, outstanding. Our financial aid and registration team is, always ready and willing to help. We are really prepared for whatever may come. And we have a unique student experience that is not going to be compromised no matter what happens with the pandemic. And we do believe Oakland University is still the best option for current and prospective students. So thank you.
Dawn, any advice for any high school seniors who are still working on their application? What do they need what do they need to put in it to be able to be accepted?
Well, it's pretty easy right now. It's really, you just need to fill out your online application and have your transcript sent. And right now we are test optional. So for students that did not take the test, they didn't have the ability to take the test, that won't prohibit them from attending Oakland, and actually many of the Michigan publics have done the same. So, we are ready. We can talk to any of those family members, those students virtually, and we'd be able to set up an appointment too outside of 8 to 5 if that works for them. We're really flexible. We want to support them through. We know it's been a challenging time, but we want to welcome them and get them excited for an amazing education at OU this fall.
Dawn Aubry with us on the MegaCast, VP for Enrollment Management at Oakland University. Dawn, thank you again for your time.
Thank you, too. Have a wonderful day.
Go Grizzlies.
All right.
I will say the new Grizz looks a little scary.
You know, he's pretty fierce. And, you know, when you're a Division I team, you kind of have to have a scary mascot. But he's a pretty friendly guy.
Dawn, thank you again.